So you've made it to closing. You've sold a house and you're purchasing a new one, and all the pieces of the puzzle have fallen into place over the last 30, 45 days. And now you're waiting for the title company to balance with the lender. So technically speaking, 3 days before your closing date, you should receive what they call a settlement statement or a closing disclosure. On there, it's going to show you exactly what each charge is from the title company, the lender fees, any realtor fees, your taxes, your revenue stamps, any fees regarding the transaction will be all outlined on the settlement statement. You will get a closing disclosure, a final closing disclosure statement from the lender 3 days prior to closing, and then the title company will balance, and then we get what they call the clear to close. Once you get the clear to close, we can go ahead and schedule the time for the closing. In some cases, we are circling the runway. We're circling, waiting for our turn to land. It happens on occasion where you get the clear to close. 3 days later, we set the time and we go to close and everything goes fine. On some occasions, depending on the lender, depending on the title company, depending on the other side of the transaction's title company, we may sit and wait the morning of with bated breath, waiting for the actual final numbers to come down. So if this happens, just know that everybody is working behind the scenes to balance the numbers. This is what the title company and the lender have to do in order to prepare the documents for the closing table. So if you get that, don't worry about it. Call your agent, call your realtor, have them walk you through the process. But usually I tell people this on the front end. We want to make sure that you guys are aware of every step of the transaction, which should happen. I will describe every step of the process from soup to nuts in our initial consultation. To be honest, in many cases, that was probably 3 months ago that we had that first conversation. By the time we get to the closing table, you are going to forget everything I told you. It's very common. So I will typically reiterate the steps that go into the closing table. Don't worry, don't stress. We will get it to the closing table. Sometimes we just have to wait our turn to land on the runway.